Lance, there's a lot of factors that go into a win like this. Certainly, quality of opponent plays into things. And but how do you evaluate what you accomplished on the field tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm very pleased on a lot of things that happened tonight. Our ability to create explosive plays, short drives and scoring. Even when things weren't good and we turned the ball over or something happened, I thought our defense responded really well. I think one turnover, I think we're holding a field goal. The other one, they missed a field goal. So some of those things there. Played a lot of guys, and a lot of guys in the first half. And you can see, as we've talked in here many times about, the depth and competition at positions. I think you can see when we're rolling those guys in on both sides of the ball that there's not a drop off, and that's encouraging. You play who's on the schedule and you go from there and you evaluate it. But if it's a game we should win by this margin, then I think we went out and have done that. And we well know that this program hasn't had enough wins to be overly critical of how it plays out in those things. But we'll continue to look at everything that we've done and how we've executed. And there's some things in ball security. Most of our penalties, I think, were really late. So, you look at kind of reps and who's been in the game. So, but I'm overall very pleased with tonight.
Generally, the approach with the running backs looked like it was generally a series here, a series there. What did you see from those guys?
Yeah, it's kind of serious, but some by plays and personnel groupings and different things like that. And I think this game kind of led itself for us to take a look at that and how we're going to do it and who plays well in that type of rotation versus maybe who's got to be a longer field. But I thought everyone showed flashes of doing some things, and again, I didn't look at total. Was it rushing yards? Do we have almost 300? So, I thought overall a good day.
You mentioned flashing right there. With the front seven in particular, I guess, how do you evaluate the way that they played, particularly kind of in the first half?
I thought they played really well. I thought we played the run better. I thought overall as a defense we played faster and downhill a lot better than we have in the past. Interior wise, it's hard to tell. Jim's rotating so many guys about who's in there during times, but again, like we had hoped, Lonnie Phelps shows up, and we're going to need that from him. I thought Caleb Sampson and others, showed themselves, being physical at the point of attack, and as well as, I thought we had some good play from our linebackers.
You mentioned Lonnie there. I guess for him in particular, getting to see him in a game for the first time, what were some things that stood out to you about him?
Well, the same stuff I see in practice. He's quick off the ball. He's got a relentless motor and things that you need to keep playing and make things happen. But he's gonna, I'm sure now that he's put it on game film, it's gonna continue to be challenging. But he loves to play. He plays hard. He's coachable. He's everything, and he's excitable. And he's a great addition to this football team.
And then Jalen, just your opinion on him. I think 15 of 18.
Yeah, I think it was 15 for 60 at half or something like that. Was that right, guys? I don't
14, 15.
14,
yeah.
15, sorry. But it's a pretty good half of football, and unfortunately the one was on fourth down. But, I thought he played well, made solid decisions. There's a couple plays there in the second half. I think he got a little greedy. But I thought he had good command. Part of the things I look at, too, is, when we're going through things and, how the coaches are, getting the plays called, getting them out, getting them in the huddle. We weren't in panic and things like that to get things done. I thought he did a fine job.
And then with down 2 wide receivers, how did you see the rest of the group step up in the situation?
I thought they played what I don't know if this final we had. Lawrence, I thought really showed was like he had 3 catches in 1 drive or something maybe, and I thought Luke was Luke's going to be steady and got the ball steaming a little bit. Kevin Terry had a nice catch. And then, of course, we talked about, Quentin Skinner showed his abilities to get behind people. So, I thought that group was very solid tonight as well.
With Jalen on that 2-minute drive just before half, is that the kind of maturity and just growth you've talked about all camp with him? it looked like he wanted to be out there in that moment and making those types of
you know, we
plays.
talked about, you saw the clock and you kind of know, okay, if we can get them, we only got one timeout left, so we might have to burn it, and you know, all those things were being talked about, and again, I think just the time with our guys, whether it be walkthroughs in camp and some things that we've done to continue to work on those. I think he is more comfortable in the situation. He's more comfortable on the field. All the things that you could kind of see, and you know, something that you really want to see, you know, transpire in a game like this as well. You get a chance to work on.
Also, the first play when he, or not first, but the first big play when he hit Quentin down the field. Take us through that one and just what you're looking for from him.
You know,
And
well, you know, he had, you know, we were running naked. He had a chance to make the play over the top. You know, I think Andy called it that, you know, you could see from up top they might have a chance to hit that
Sure.
one. And you know, I think, you know, they had talked about it early. If we get a chance to go take one deep, you know, we would. And you know, it's good to see, because you know, again, a lot of things we've just talked about, all about also is gaining confidence, and this team just hasn't had a lot of it, but you know, we had it down the stretch last year, and it's great to see them kind of take it and go with it again tonight.
do you think, you know, last year's win in the opener was come from behind, close game? Do you think this win, with the statement that it may make when people look at the score, does that indicate to people that, you know, the progress that has been made, or is it too early to talk like that?
Yeah, it might be. I mean, that's more for, I guess, some of you to write about, analyze more. I think we're looking at how we're getting better, you know, because then I'm getting into comparison South Dakota versus Tennessee Tech, and you get a lot of things there, but obviously a come from behind close game against an FCS school versus jumping out to a commanding lead and kind of going with it is definitely a step in the right direction. And but as I told the team, you know, it's going to change here quickly, and after tomorrow, we turn our attentions to West Virginia in a conference game pretty quickly.
Just one more. I want to ask you about the fourth down call, the incomplete pass. Obviously, the way your defense was playing, did that factor into how you decided to go for that? Would you have gone for that no matter what?
Well, the score and you know, and location, you know, you get all this data these days about it, and you know, we're gonna go for it. You know, we lost a yard on the play before, and you know, Sevian probably could have, you know, pushed the pile a little bit. We talked to him about that, and but yeah, I think at that time, and you know, you're playing pretty good defense, but for anybody, I think driving the ball 98 yards is, you know, it can be difficult. So you got to put some confidence on them, and you know, I wouldn't change it.
Right.